such a packed house, especially on a day where the kids and everybody was out today. We have a quorum established, so with that, I will ask the Fairmount Elementary Early Act Club to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, in our agenda, every January, the board realigns, but due to snow, we had to push it to this month. And so I will open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Jim Butcher as our chair.
Jim Butcher has been nominated as chair. Do I hear a second?
A second.
Are there any other nominations or discussion? Hearing none, Penny, if you'll call the roll.
Ms. Darnell?
Yes.
Mr. Butcher?
Yes.
Mr. Cuddy?
Yes.
Ms. Henson? Yes.
Very well. Jim Butcher has been appointed new board chair for 2026, and so with that, I'll turn the meeting over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Cuddy. We appreciate your service in a less than spectacular time to be a school board chair for the last 3 years, so thank you so much. It's quite an honor. At this time, we'll need to look at the rest of our board reorganization. Do I hear a nomination for vice chair?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Debbie Darnell as our vice chair.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Any discussion? Ms. Jenkins?
Mr. Cuddy?
Yes.
Ms. Darnell?
Yes.
Ms. Henson? Yes. Mr. Butcher?
Yes. So we have Ms. Darnell as vice chair. Now we need a nomination for secretary. Do I have a nomination?
I would like to nominate Charlie Taylor for secretary.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Jenkins.
Ms. Darnell?
Yes.
Mr. Cuddy?
Yes.
Ms. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Butcher?
Yes. So Charlie Taylor has been nominated as secretary and has been elected. So we are now reorganized. Thank everyone for their service. All right, at this time we are going to do our consent items, adoptions of various things that we talked about this past Thursday. We have several items that you can see. Financial reports, board approval listings of electronics and checks, budget revisions, City of Bristol Board of Education Internal School Fund, financial report for fiscal year 2025, financial reports, revenues, and expenditures for the general purpose federal projects, school nutrition, capital projects fund for the month of December, board approval listings of checks and electronic remittances paid during the month of December 2025, budget revision. We also have a surplus obsolete items for school nutrition at Avoca and surplus at Haynesville. We generally take these all as one unit unless a board member would like to pull out any one to discuss separately. Okay, hearing none, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Butcher?
Oh, yes.
Ms. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Cuddy?
Yes.
Ms. Darnell?
Yes.
Thank you. We passed that. Okay, hearing of delegates. We have a wonderful group here tonight. First off, we have Fairmount Elementary Principal Trey Harrington with highlights from the Early Act Club. Trey.
Going to present, they're going to present, but thank you all for having us here tonight. I do want to just say that when Ms. Rutherford came to me at the beginning of the year about starting the Early Act Club through Rotary, I thought it was a great opportunity to see our students at a young age be able to learn about service and community service. And this group of young students has taken that to heart and have really put some great things in place. And they're going to tell you about some of the awesome things that they are doing. So I'm going to turn it over to them because that's who you're really here to hear from.
That's right. When we met for the very first time back in November, we met after school in the library, and a teacher walked by and popped his head in the door and said, "How did you get like the nicest kids in our whole school together in one group like this? Like how lucky you are that this is who showed up." And it's so true because they all are students with a heart for service, and that is what our club is all about. And like Mr. Arrington said, we plan to let them do most of the talking tonight. So I'm going to let them first introduce themselves.
I'm Emma Townsend, and I'm in 4th grade.
Read Moore, 4th grade.
I'm Kayla Rogers in 5th grade.
I'm Derek Riesbeck in 4th grade.
Blake Bays, 4th grade.
Macy Flaner, 5th grade.
Claire West, 5th grade.
Max Rod, 4th grade.
I'm Hannah Trinkle and I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Willa Belcher, and I'm in 4th grade. Michael Valentine, 5th grade.
All right, and Emma and Reed are going to get us started telling you a little bit about what Early Act actually is.
Early Act is a service club for elementary students. Basically, it's a group of kids who like helping people and getting things done.
Our club is part of Rotary International, and we didn't start it alone. The Rotary Club of Bristol helped us get our club started.
They helped fund our club, including money for Early Act t-shirts, which we got to design ourselves.
They also help us support our future products and to guide everything we do. We use Rotary's 4-way test.
That means before we do a project, we ask these questions.
Is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
These questions help us make good choices.
Now, one important thing to know is that all the ideas for our service projects have come from the students. And I will say that myself and the other sponsors, that's Miss Jana Cantor and April Townsend and Tina Witcher, our only job is to make sure that the ideas aren't so big that we can't pull them off because they have such amazing and big ideas. But so far, we've already been able to pull off some really big things. So Kayla's going to tell you about our very first project that we did in the first semester.
Our club started at the end of November and we wanted to get started right away. Our first service project was in December. We wanted to help students in our own school who might need food during the holiday break. So we decided to do a food drive for easy to prepare, kid-friendly snacks because holidays should be fun, not stressful.
To make the food drive successful, we knew we had to spread the word. We advertised on morning announcements at the school Christmas program and outside in the car line and through robocall. We stayed after school to star in our own commercial. We'd like to show it to you now.
Hello, North Pole Communications. Must be El just being dramatic again. Hello? This must be something big. I better call the workshop.
Els, we have a holiday emergency.
Did someone shrink my hot cocoa marshmallows again? Or spill glitter everywhere? My shoes are sparkling like crazy.
No, some kids at our school will not have the food during the holiday break.
That's not okay.
Els help kids out. That's what we do.
And we sprinkle kindness like confetti.
We need to spread some holiday cheer.
Big, joyful, jingly cheer.
Something snack tackling, food tackling.
A holiday food drive. Foods kids can make by themselves. Snacks or small meals.
Oatmeal.
Crackers. Mac and cheese cups.
Candy canes!
No, not candy canes, real food.
What's all this noise? I can hear it all the way from Mount Crumpet. The Grinch! I heard something about collecting food, and I thought I'd borrow a little.
Well,
help if you want.
Even my heart can't argue with that. But don't ask me to decorate. I'm allergic to cheer.
Ho, ho, ho! My elves are spreading holiday cheer and keeping the Grinch in line.
Santa! Santa!
That's the true spirit of the season. Let's fill all those boxes and make all of our students' holidays bright.
Bring food. Bring something tasty. Bring something easy to prepare. Bring a little extra if you can. Bring oatmeal. Everyone. Popcorn. Cereal. Applesauce. Fruit cups. Ramen. And I will guard this for my life. Oh, please don't.
Happy holiday.
Oh, missed it again. Well, at least I can remind you. Bring food by the boxes outside the library due December 15th. The North Pole needs your help.
Once people knew about our project, every morning, club members collected food outside the library. We brought everything inside and sorted it each day. We got very good at organizing things like ramen, mac and cheese, and fruit cups. Because of our commercial, we also received donations from outside our school, from a family who saw it on Facebook, a teacher's gym, a teacher's church, and family members of Fairmount staff.
When the food drive ended, we set up an assembly line after school and packed everything. We used giant Christmas shopping bags to hold the food for each family we were serving. There was so much food that was too much to count, which is a great problem to have.
In the end, our project helped 50 families at Fairmount. It felt really good knowing we helped students in our own school. Our project was also shared in the news. We'd like to show you a short video clip.
A new service club spearheaded by little people with gigantic hearts has wrapped up its first major project at Bristol's Fairmount Elementary School, just in time for the holiday break that comes with unique challenges for many in our community.
So one thing that's a very real experience for many of our students is that when the cafeteria closes, they rely on that for 2 meals every day. So for 2 weeks when we're out for holiday break, we knew that that would be hard on some kids and families. So the students had the idea that we collect things that are easy for kids to prepare, things that have pop-top lids or that can easily be microwaved, some fruit that just, opens up. And so the idea is that kids can fix it themselves if their families are at work and they're at home on holiday break, that kind of thing.
Launched in conjunction with the Bristol Rotary Club, the new Early Act Club is now being piloted at Fairmount and is very similar to the Interact Club at Tennessee High School, helping students develop leadership skills while discovering the power of service above self. During its first brainstorming session in November, the group settled on a food drive as its first project, then created a flyer and a short commercial to encourage others to donate items on their carefully curated list.
We think it will help other people because some people might not have enough easy meal to cook over the break when their parents are away at work and stuff like that. So we're just kind of providing easy stuff like canned ravioli, mac and cheese, and yeah.
Each grade was charged with collecting a different kind of kid-friendly snack, and as donations continued pouring in, excitement began to grow.
Every morning they'll come in and pop their head in the library and say, hey, can I see how much food that we have, and so just this spirit of generosity, and I think really wanting to help kids within our own community is, it's definitely makes you optimistic for the future.
On December 16th, club members stayed after school, forming an assembly line to sort the items into individual bags for the families that will enjoy them during the 2-week holiday break. The club members themselves don't know which of their classmates will receive a take-home bag, but agreed that the success of their first project has them anxiously looking forward to the next and a lifetime of helping others.
It just makes me feel happy that I can help others and that I'm willing to help others, and it makes me proud because knowing that people will have enough food just makes me happy. It makes me feel good because some of these people might be the people who I talk to every day, and it just makes me feel honored that I can help.
This project showed us that when kids work together, we can make big differences.
We're already planning our next projects.
For February, we wanted the theme to be Love Your School, so we just completed a Valentine's treat for teachers and staff to show our appreciation.
We're also volunteering to organize our school's lost and found items, so that hopefully all of the lost jackets and coats will get back to their owners.
We had all classes write heartfelt messages about their teachers. We chose a few from each class and we are presenting them on the announcements each morning. These have been a nice surprise for teachers.
We're also working on new student kits for students who are new to Fairmount. The kit will be a pencil pouch filled with school supplies and a handmade card from our club members. The card lets new students know that our Early Act Club members are here for them. Hopefully they feel like they already have a friend from their very first day of school. We're also designing a button they can put on their backpack so they know they belong at Fairmount. One of our club members will personally deliver the kit and help the new student toward school on our first day. We've heard that some other elementary schools might also be interested in starting their own Early Act Club. Our teachers asked us to share what we want to say to the other schools.
It keeps kids busy doing good things and helps us become better thinkers and helpers.
It makes us feel happy because helping others feels really good.
Our club also inspires other people to help. We already have some other kids who want to join our club next year.
Early Act lets kids come up with creative ways to spread kindness to people in our schools and out in the community.
Before we finish, we want to say thank you to the Rotary Club of Bristol for supporting our Early Act Club and believing in student leadership.
We would also like to say thank you to our school board members.
We know that this month is School Board Appreciation Month, and we made a small token of appreciation to show how thankful we are for your support of our school and students.
Thank you so much. He's not here.
Thank you for your time, for supporting programs like Early Act, and for everything you do for our schools.
Fabulous, fabulous job. We really appreciate you. Any comments from the board?
Sounds like your projects are really off to a good start, and what thoughtful ideas you've had. We appreciate that of you, so thank you very much.
Great job. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Just great job, kiddos. I love seeing students being the hands and feet for others. So thank you for what you're doing.
And I just want to say, I know you families are so proud of your students, just like we are, so thank you. And kids, I heard in I think it was the commercial or the news part where they said little people with gigantic hearts, and I believe that is very true, and I'm proud of you and thank you for what you're doing.
I was really moved by one of the comments of one of the students, that said that they felt like they could start with a lifetime of helping others. what more noble goal can there possibly be? And if we're, you know, if we're promoting that at our elementary schools and our school system, you know, servant leadership is awesome. So thank you for what you're doing, Mr. Arrington, and all you creative teachers who help with this. I'm just curious as to who the Grinch was. I don't know. Sure. And Santa, I think, was pretty obvious. But thank you again so much. All right, because we missed last month, we are able to have a second presentation tonight from Tennessee High School. Ms. Kirk.
A fact to follow. Tonight, when you talk about servant leadership, we've asked our JROTC crew to join us tonight, and for the longest time, Sergeant Morris led this group. We only had one instructor, so we were able to add, come on up, you all, Sergeant Tanner this year, and they are doing a lot of great work. They're working more in the middle school to get them involved, so they have some great stuff to share with you tonight. And I want to say this group, not intentionally, but sometimes I feel they really go unnoticed. And they do so much in our school. When you see people cleaning up chairs, offering to help at events, handing out pamphlets, all those things that lots of times don't get a lot of praise, this is the group that manages that, and I really appreciate them. So I'm going to turn it over to Sergeant Tanner.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kirk. You guys mind if I don't use this? I talk pretty loud, and I don't want the reverb, so it's okay with you guys. You have to use the mic for the live stream. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir, for letting me know that. So first I want to say thank you to the board. Thank you to Ms. Kirk for inviting us out and speak to you folks. It's an honor, right? So I don't know how many times our JROTC cadet team has had the ability or the opportunity to come talk to the school board. So I think it's phenomenal. We're grateful to that. We appreciate it. Sincerely, thank you so much, okay? So what I'd like to do really quick is I would like to do a quick introduction of myself and the team, and I'll go into about 3 slides we have, talking points. I'll talk about those slides relatively quick. We'll go through them, and then I'll hand it back over to the cadets to talk a little bit about their JROT experience and a few things they do or don't like about JROTC. Hopefully, it's the likes that we get, right? So, without further ado, I'm First Sergeant Tanner. I retired after 22 plus years in the Army. Have had a blessing to live all over the place, and my home is Northeast Tennessee. Came back, first grandbaby, so I'm ecstatic to be in this region, and I'm a proponent for programs like this. It's great. You just can't top them. You talk about servitude, leadership, you talk about leadership attributes. We want to have that instilled in our folks and have them the ability to be graduate ready. So post-high school, which we do follow under the CT umbrella, program of studies, leadership and government, which is a great thing. So we want to make sure and get after it and do our due diligence and make sure that we have a solid team and we're pumping out good folks to the community. So real quick, I want to give a shout out to some of the parents that's here that's bringing their kids over tonight. So it's huge when you ask folks to come after school for extracurricular activities and get kids back and forth, come to functions like this when they've not been in school. I'm grateful. So I give you a shout out for that. Thank you so much for doing that, okay? So again, that's me. I'll pass it off to Sergeant Morris and I'll pass it to BC.
I'm Eric Morris. I've been at Tennessee High School since 2012. Most of the time by myself, like Ms. Kirk said. This semester we started a JROTC class at Tennessee Middle School, and we picked up 2 classes there, 40 students altogether. So that's really bumped our numbers up. And they're a real good group of kids too. I'll pass the mic to the battalion commander, Alexis Cole.
Hi, I'm the battalion commander over at the Tennessee High School. I've been with the JROTC program for 8 semesters now, so my entire high school career. I'm so excited to see this program grow, especially with the middle school, and that's about all I got. So I'm going to pass this over to our XO.
Hello, I'm Dalton Poor. I've been in ROTC for 8 semesters as well, all 4 years. Throughout my time in the program, I've learned a lot of leadership skills and practical skills, such as land navigation, CPR, first aid, countless other stuff I can't even think of at the moment. I've decided to enlist the United States Marine Corps due to ROTC, and it's got me bumped up a rank over there. At this time, I'd like to hand over the Command Sergeant Major.
Hello, I am Zachary Hockett. I am the Command Sergeant Major at the Tennessee High School, and
I lead the color guard. It's really been fun. It's been able to help me step out of my comfort zone, and I really enjoy the program. Right now, I'd like to pass the mic to the battalion S3.
Hello, I'm Christopher Hockett. I'm the battalion S3. I'm over operations. I really enjoy the program. I mean, it's brought me a lot of leadership skills. It's brought me a bunch of after-school activities that I probably would have never done if I didn't join it. We got to do one with a truck where we got to show some kids how to use equipment like a bulldozer and excavators. It was great. We get to do our summer camp, and our summer camp is great. We go out there for a week out in the woods and hang out with all our other cadets. I enjoy it. I enlisted in the United States, the Tennessee Army National Guard from the JRTC program. I did that because it showed me the way, and I excelled. Now I'd like to pass it on to our company commander, Lee.
Hello, I'm Julie Lee, and I'm our company commander over at Tennessee High. I oversee the cadets at Tennessee High, not the middle schoolers, and I've been in JRTC for almost 2 years. I really enjoy being able to help out our community, like with our Helping Hands, which helped us feed veterans, and our Wreaths Across America, where we got to put wreaths and coins on the graves of soldiers who have fallen. And I'd like to pass it over to our 8th grade cadet, Collins.
I'm Cadet Private First Class Logan Collins with the Tennessee Middle School group of ROTC cadets, and I've really enjoyed it. This is just my first semester doing it, but I've made a lot of connections with high school students and a bunch of different people that I never would have got to meet, and I've got to do some stuff that I never would have got to done. So I've really enjoyed it, and I think it's really leading me in a right path to leadership, respect, and duty to our community.
So that's our team in a nutshell. It's the leadership team and a representative from the 8th grade, he's a phenomenal guy. He jumped on the bandwagon and said, hey, I want to be part of the team, and he has excelled just in the short time we've been there. So that's what we like to see. So if you'll just focus your attention to the slides, it's our cadet organization. I won't talk too much to it. It's hopefully self-explanatory, but we replicate a mini Army battalion. So that's our composition, right? So we have the leadership team with the commander, sergeant major, and executive officer, and it branches out to a battalion staff, which encompasses the S1 through S5 departments, and also S6 through S9. So folks get leadership chances to lead and do certain perspectives inside a battalion, just like they would a regular Army battalion. So they're responsible for that. So we have Alpha Company shifting to the right. You'll look at that. There's 2 platoons in Alpha Company right now. Alpha Company's housed at the high school. So that's our high school cadets. And then now, as Sergeant Morris touched to, we have 40 cadets just this semester alone, first time ever joined up for JROTC in the 8th grade, which is awesome. So that's what we, again, want to see. So they're a Bravo company. So they'll have a leadership team, and they'll fill that company out. We go by let level, so you'll see the leadership, education, training. Let 1's a sophomore, let 1's a freshman, let 2's sophomore, let 3's a junior, let 4's senior. And that's a curriculum guide that we use towards those cadets. Our strategy, we have some lines of efforts. We've got cadre, some things that we're responsible for, things we're trying to develop, trying to work on, and this is not all encompassing of what we're trying to get after or where we're at, but just a few highlights. It's how we get certified, how the curriculum works, how the leadership positions work for the cadets. We rotate them out in leadership positions, which is good for them. So they have to take a lot and run with it, and they have to excel at it. So we've got cadre, we've got cadets, we've got JROTC, and we've got our systems. And just to highlight some of those things again is we have everything that we take from 7th Brigade, which is our higher headquarters at Fort Knox, Kentucky. That's this region's part of the world. That's who is responsible for JROTC programs. So their curriculum comes out. It's approved curriculum. We teach that curriculum, and we go in extracurricular activities, rifle teams. We go into archery. We go into junior campuses. Some of the cadets talk to to learn some of those key leadership attributes. And we have to maintain our certification, as the slide states. Sergeant Morris himself as far as archery, rifle, rappelling, stuff of that nature. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Last slide, it's basically our assessment. It's our efforts, and it's our outcomes and what we're trying to get to. In that first bullet and the third bullet, which again speaks to what we're trying to do inside the community. We're trying to nest ourselves with the community, immerse ourselves in the community, have good partners in the community, build relationships in the community, and get 8th grade for the attrition and the amount of folks we can keep in the program to stay sustainable. That's really what our goal is, right? So, not to take too much of your time, we're a leadership program. We would hope that maybe you talk to family members that would like to be part of the JROTC. We would love to have them as part of the JROTC. It would be awesome to get kids in and help them out and get them, again, post-ready after high school. We want them to go out in the workforce. It doesn't matter what career. They don't have to go military. If they choose to do that, that's great. It helps them get some rank at the enlisted level, but it will also help them as a participating cadet at the collegiate level when they go join a ROTC program at the senior levels, because hey, I'm a participating cadet, but I've been 4 years as a cadet at this high school or that high school. So if they're not a scholarship winner and they come in, that helps them when they come to that institution, because there's a pool of monies. It's always there at major universities, right? So if I'm helping run that program, and I was blessed enough to help do that at University of Kentucky, we are allocated so much funds every year for just that. So you can come in and be a 3-year winner of the scholarship board just by being a participating cadet. And I'll tell you, what sets those cadets apart by milestones is having the ability to understand the basic fundamentals of the military and the expectation management at that level. So this is a great program. Any way you slice it, it's a good program. So we got some pics of our cadets. If you can check it out, hopefully don't poke too much fun at us. Again, we try to immerse ourselves, get into the community. Healing Hands, help those folks out, help activities at the high school. Physical challenges, summer camps, stuff we do after school. Some obstacle courses, JCLC in the summertime, and that's pretty much it. So, I was gonna hand it back over to cadets to let them talk a little bit about JROTC. If you wanna do that, that'd be awesome. Battalion Commander, she loves to talk. That's why she's Battalion Commander.
I do love to talk, and I got a little off track here with the rest of my peers. But something that I have really loved in this program is learning leadership. I have loved being a part of this community, being a part of the school system. With the CTE programs, going over to the elementary schools and talking about our programs, going to the middle schools and talking about our programs, I've loved this program. Learning leadership, bonding with all of these people. A few of our cadets told about what they're going to plan on doing post-high school. When I graduate, I want to become a teacher because of this program. And I know that doesn't really have a lot of correlation, but when you take a deeper dive into it, it does, because I have gotten to bond with these kids. I've gotten to teach these kids, and I've gotten to learn and grow with these kids. And that, to me, speaks a lot of heart. So I want to become a teacher because of that. So a lot of good can come out of this program, even if you don't go into the military. And my favorite part has been the cadets. So that's about all for me. I just wanted to give a good shout out to the CTE program for letting us do all of the things that we've gotten to do, and tell you a little bit more about myself. So thank you.
So this is my first year actually in Bristol, and so I joined this program because I was really intrigued in it, because they came over and talked about it, and it seemed like something that would interest me. And it's really given me a feeling of like belonging in the community and in school, as I have a family to go back to in ROTC, and just people that I know are supporting me along the way, while I'm also learning good traits whilst doing it. So I think it's a great program.
One thing I love about the program, and I agree with the BC on, is the cadets. I love watching them grow. I love watching myself grow, helping step out of comfort zones. It's an amazing thing, and I love this program.
I would like to give a shout out to Dr. Douthit. He's been wonderful, accepting us over there, helping us get what we need. And the rest of the staff over there has been great too.
Okay, just to close it out, I should have done my due diligence, but because of the efforts with the folks you see out here, that's why we have 40 cadets at the 8th grade. You know, they went over November, December time frame. They linked up with Miss Penley. They got a chance to immerse themselves inside the 8th grade classes, talk to the folks, and as a result, 40 people. It's pretty good, right? So that's all I have unless you guys have questions for us. That's it.
Before everybody leaves,
Yes, before you leave.
hold up, I want to say some great things. I was able, way back in the day, to be a part of the first ROTC programs, junior ROTC we had at Tennessee High School, and it made such a big difference, and it continues to make a difference. I think Ms. Kirk would agree as a high school administrator, when kids come to the high school and the middle school now, which is great, I mean, they're going to associate with somebody. They're going to get involved in something. Why not be with a great program that has good people and good instructors? So it's just phenomenal what you're doing, and this board feels so strongly about it. And one of our big missions is we're working on make sure you have facilities to grow, to make sure that your programs can grow, and we have enough spots for you guys. So thank you for what you do, and I can't imagine, Sergeant Morris, how you handled this by yourself, but thank you for your service. It's awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And can I just say something real quick too? I'm a proud mom of 2 Army officers, one that went through ROTC program at the Citadel, and I've seen the growth that it's made in him and his leadership skills and confidence and where it's taken him. So the CTE program is amazing. I've been a strong advocate of it for a long time, and especially this part of it. So I'm proud of you guys. I thank you for your service to our community, and I wish you the best, whether it takes you to the military or wherever. I know it's going to just bring great things to you. So congratulations.
You feel free to leave now if you want to, anybody. I mean, the rest of the program is business and so forth, but we'd love to have you. But thank you for coming because, you know, you enhance our programs. This is what we're here for, the kids.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
At this time, we have a section for comments from the public. Do we have any comments from the public? Correct. Mr. Tom King. The policy says if you wish to address the board, please sign in and complete the information, which you have done. Please wait until you're recognized and called on to deliver your comments, and you'll be given 5 minutes to do so. Mr. King, you're more than welcome here to make any comment that you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Brister. Appreciate this very much. On behalf of the school board, I'm here representing the Bristol Rotary Club.
Would you mind using the microphone, Tom?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
My name is Tom King. I serve currently as the president of the Bristol Noon Rotary Club, and we are very thankful to be sponsoring this first Early Act Club here in Bristol, Tennessee. We had a gentleman, Michael Sean Williams, who is our district coordinator for Early Act, come and speak at our Rotary Club last summer, and I invited Ms. Rutherford as well as Jessica Watts from the Bristol Primary School in Bristol, Virginia, to hear the presentation. And they both left very excited about starting an Early Act Club in their respective schools. And I think I just want to reiterate what the mission of Early Act is. The mission of Early Act is to promote goodwill, understanding, and peace through the active participation of its student members, so that with committed citizenship and effective leadership, they may improve the quality of life of their school, local, and global communities. Early Act teaches caring, respect, empathy, responsibility, tolerance, citizenship, compassion, friendship, and leadership. And these are all qualities that we want to instill in every student in our city, I do believe. And I think I just want to thank God for every one of these children and for these leaders that have stepped up and were excited about starting Early Act in their school. And I think you can see the results that it's having. We have potential leaders at very young age that are showing their leadership skills already. And I was very impressed with how well they spoke here. How many times do children at this age have an opportunity to speak before the school board? So I want to, my goal in being here this evening is to ask the school board. When we introduced the Early Act originally, I was going out to different schools saying I would love to see this in every school. Well, I think Dr. Tudor's office came back and said, we want the Fairmount Early Act Club to be a pilot project. Let's see how that goes. Well, I think you can see how it's going. And so my request to you tonight is if you would consider the opportunity to start an Early Act Club in every elementary school in Bristol, Tennessee. That's my request. Our Rotary Club is ready to support an Early Act at every school. Not just in Tennessee, but in Virginia. We're certainly pursuing, and also in other schools. But we would be very grateful if you would consider that possibility here in our city, because you can see what a difference it's making in the lives of these children. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will certainly take that under advisement. The proof is pretty much into the pudding of what was happened here tonight, so we realize the greatness of the program. Our next part of the agenda is new business, and we have 4 policies on first reading. Policies on first reading can be done as a group, because there's another second reading for all these policies as we discuss these in our work sessions and so forth. So the first policy is policy 1000, a rescinding of philosophy policy. Policy 1.108 has to do with nepotism. These are our school board policies. Policies 1.704, charter schools, to rescind that policy because of policy 1.901, charter schools application, to take away some redundancy. So do I have a motion to accept these policies on first reading?
I move that we accept all of these policies on first reading.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? Ms. Jenkins?
Mr. Cuddy?
Yes.
Ms. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Butcher?
Yes.
Ms. Darnell?
Yes.
Okay, these policies pass on first reading. Our next policy is a voluntary pre-K application form for fiscal year 2027. Do I have a motion to consider?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Ms. Jenkins?
Ms. Henson?
Yes.
Mr. Cuddy?
Yes.
Mr. Butcher?
Yes.
Ms. Darnell?
Yes.
All right, policy, voluntary pre-K application fiscal year 2027 is passed on first reading. Next, we have a report from our Director of Schools, who is fresh back from the National Conference to recognize superintendents of the states of, United States of America, all 50. If you've been under a rock, Dr. Tudor actually was Tennessee State Director of Schools. So, Dr. Tudor.
Thank you. Thank you. That's because of these incredible people. That's not because of anything I do, but because of what you all have seen tonight. You make me look good every day, and I don't have to do anything but sit in my office and eat chocolate. So thank you very much. You all are doing the hard work, and that shows by what we've seen tonight. It's such an honor when we get to have students here at our meeting, so thank you all for being here. It was not a student day, and for most of our staff, it was not a staff day. So the fact that we packed this room tonight speaks volumes about the quality of our school system, and so I'm so proud and so appreciative of you all being here. Thank you very much to Fairmount and Tennessee High School for your presentations this evening. It happens to be National CTE month, and so we get to see things like ROTC in action. So we appreciate that. I was around too when ROTC started at Tennessee High School back in the day, and it's wonderful to see how far that's come, and truly we are developing the leaders of the future. Appreciate Rotary reaching out to us and asking about starting the Early Act Club at Fairmount, and the initiative that we've been able to do with that certainly under Mr. Arrington's guidance. The teachers, Ms. Witcher, Ms. Rutherford, Ms. Cantor, Ms. Townsend, thank you very much for sponsoring that and for leading them. I can tell by the group of students that you don't have to do very much other than just kind of wrangle their big ideas, I bet. So very impressive by the leadership that you all are instilling in young students in our school district, and I think we have great opportunities for that to grow and spread across our school system for sure, and definitely love to see what happens when they get to high school in Interact Club. So thank you very much for that. I just have a few things. We have not met. We didn't meet in January, so I've got a list of things. National CTE Month. Thank you very much, Ms. Penley, for your leadership. Most recently, we had BizTown at TMS, which was amazing. If you got to see that, you could see just how really engaged our students were in that opportunity. They, ran through a simulation of what it was like to work and earn a paycheck and spend that paycheck, how to run a city, all of those things. It was really a great experience, and we have that stuff now with Junior Achievement and BTES partnership. It was a TVA Workforce Invest grant, and so we have access to that stuff that we can use every year with our students, which we really see the potential for using that. Probably can even use it in high school for personal finance and expanding on that. So great opportunity to do that for National CTE Month. February 3rd through the 7th was School Counselor Week. We don't want to lose sight of what a great job our school counselors do in our school system supporting our students. It's not just our school counselors, but we also partner significantly with Frontier Health. So we have lots of counselors available to our students to make sure that they are well-rounded individuals and supported with all of their needs. Yesterday was National School Resource Officer Day. It happened to fall on a Sunday, but if you missed that on social media, we have 8 amazing school resource officers. I think they're the best in the state. They support us tremendously. Not only do they work to keep our students and staff safe, but they really immerse themselves in the school culture and the community, and they become a part of our staffs in our buildings, and they are very much an integral part of what we do every day. So we couldn't do what we do without them. So appreciate them and the partnership with the City of Bristol to offer that. We just recently announced our Teachers of the Year. I'm going to run through those real quick. Melissa Thompson at Anderson, Judy Taylor at Avoca, Brianna Littleton at Fairmount, Lauren Reagan at Holston View, Jenny Banish at Haynesfield, Olivia DeBruin at TMS, Brad Stubbs at Tennessee High, and Tabitha Wooten at Tops. And our district Teachers of the Year are Lauren Reagan for elementary, Olivia DeBruin for middle school, and Brad Stubbs for high school. Very proud of those teachers and hope to see them go on and go as far as Miss Rutherford did last year. And then finally, we did not get to celebrate School Board Appreciation Week, which fell in January, and we were going to celebrate you all last month when we had the meeting, but we had a little bit of snow, and so we canceled that. I hope you recognize that there's some things here celebrating you that our students did last month to to show their appreciation. You also have in front of you a gift card and an envelope, just a little token to say thank you. And then finally, we also purchased the books you see in front of you. We purchased these books in your honor to be placed in each of our elementary, middle, and high school libraries, including TOPS. And so we're going to ask now that we have some students who are here that we're going to ask you to present those to those students, and those students will take those books back to their school libraries to contribute. And I'm going to announce some students when you come up. If you could stay up here, we'd like to, after everyone has their book, have a group photo. So if you would come forward when I call your name. We're going to start with Anderson, Silas Woods, Avoca, Kinsley Baker, Fairmount, Macy Fleener, Haynesfield, Gio Montez, Holston View, Jewel Jackson, TMS, Olive Strickland, THS, Lily Hughes, and TOPS, Paisley Gray. Thank you very much, students. You can be seated, thank you. One of the things I wanted to point out that I failed to say was the TSBA's School Board Appreciation Week theme was Local Leadership Lasting Impact. And what I want everybody to know, if you don't know what the school board does, they give of their time selflessly. They don't get paid for what they do. They just volunteer for this. And sometimes it's not an easy job. They are responsible for policies and our budget, which is pretty huge. It's a lot of responsibility with no compensation. And really, what I appreciate most about our school board is that they really put students at the forefront of every decision that they make. If it's not best for students, then they don't make the decision. And I really appreciate about them. So I appreciate what you're doing now is really shaping the future. So thank you very much for your support and all that you do for us. Chair Butcher, that's all I have.
Okay. Next on the agenda would be the any comments from our city council liaison. Ms. Akert's not here tonight. She wasn't able to be with us, but she came to our board session, our work session on Thursday, so she could be. We're very happy to have her again. She's such an advocate for the Bristol, Tennessee City Schools. We're very thankful that she's a part of our team. And comment from the board. Since I'm usually the one going all the time first, I'm not this time, so I guess it'd be you, Eric.
Hey, it's been a great start of the new semester. I'm not too happy about all the snow days that we've missed because that means my kids are at home. And I was saying, right when we got into a sort of normalcy, we're out of school again today. So I'm glad for all the kids to go back tomorrow and get back to a normal routine. But as always, thank you all so much for what you all do. Our staff and our administrators. I say this, I feel like every month because I mean it. I always tell people I'm a straight shooter. I don't blow smoke up people's rear end to make them feel better. So when I say it, I mean it. Thank you all so much for what you do because you all are the difference makers in this community. It's not us. So thank you for what you're doing.
Good.
Well, I have a ton of things to say. Good things. First of all, I want to reiterate how much we appreciate Eric's service for 3 years. I mean, you don't generally do this job 3 years, but it's been a tough 3 years. And he was gracious enough to undertake it. He's got the integrity and the fortitude to do it. So I really am so thankful for what he has done for our system for the last 3 years in the leadership role. Dr. Tudor mentioned our teachers of the year, it's always gratifying to me when, you know, two of these teachers of the year, Miss Reagan and Mr. Stubbs, are products of Bristol, Tennessee City Schools. And I think that's really wonderful. And also they were products of a program that Dr. Tudor started years ago called peer tutoring, where the kids worked with, you know, helped teachers and various things, and ended up gravitating mostly to special needs kids and special education, and both of them are in that field, so I think that's really, really a marvelous thing. Let's see. I want to say something to Kurt Rutherford. Kurt, you're amazing what you're doing with leadership. I know it's a whole team, but if you've noticed the cupola at night, it's lit up, and it's a showpiece for all of Bristol. I mean, it's a focal point when you're driving around town. I know because everybody at the Y tells me about, hey, that's awesome. And as I say, can we put more lights on it? I don't know. But it is very beautiful, and thanks for your work with that. It's just really, really good. And let's see, the other thing, regarding February 15th, National SRO Appreciation Day. You know, Bristol's kind of known for leadership. From a small city, we do a lot of big leadership. And you probably didn't know this, because I didn't know this till I was contacted by the wife of a former, well, he's still a friend of mine, but a former classmate at Tennessee High School in 1967. His name is Lawrence Eugene Royston, Jr., called him Buddy, and he goes by Buddy. And back in 1995, he was working with the corrections department in Tennessee. He was working with prisons. And he saw a program in Florida that was, you know, involved schools. And he thought it was a really great program. So he went to Rutherford County, and he proposed this to the sheriff of Rutherford County. And let me find out his name. Oh yeah, Truman Jones. And he went to Mr. Jones, and they talked about it. And together they went to the Rutherford County school system and proposed this. And the school system said, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to give it a trial. The first ever SRO program in Tennessee was initiated by a Bristol, Tennessee High School 1967 graduate, Buddy Royston. He is now a part-time minister in Jacksonville, Florida, but we do big things in Tennessee, at Tennessee High School in Bristol, Tennessee. I just wanted you to know that. And unless anybody has anything else to say, we'll be adjourned until our March the 23rd meeting. Thank you for coming.
That's neat. That's a good story off there. That's something,